Okay, we're moving on to assignment 9, and that'll be 8. Okay, so after you've finished your assignment, we're going to create a template out of your assignment 7. And if you have created a logo, you can insert it in this upper corner and move along with that. What you do to create a template is under the File menu, choose Save As, and under the types, file types, move that up a little bit, scroll down and go to Drawing Template. So AutoCAD Drawing Template, and it should be .dwt. Click on that, and a new screen will come up, and a folder for the drawing templates should come up at the top. And you can type in OH200 template and click Save. Description, this will be OH200 template 2018. And that way you can use this in the future. It will already have your text style, your dimension style, some blocks and layers, and a title block already set up and ready for you to use. That way you never have to recreate those things in the next drawing. So, okay, there we go. For assignment 8, we are going to do a site plan, and we're going to create a site plan from these PDF drawing files that I have for you. So take a look at the site plan. So this is a residence. It's on Hawthorne Street. There's a driveway, sidewalk, a large existing tree. The entry to the home is shown with this door. There's dining, garage, sunroom, and then some planting areas with existing trees and shrubs on either side. We also have a second file, and that's an enlargement. And the enlargement will have some dimensions of those sizes. So that tells us that the driveway is 20 feet wide, the door is 4 feet wide, the overhang is 7 feet. That's going to help us when we bring these drawings into AutoCAD. They'll help set the scale. So now that we're in the template file, we want to close that and create a new drawing. So go to File, Open, and we're going to need to go to our template. Where is it? Okay, so now we're going to open your template file. Go to Open, and you'll have your screen. You should be in your template folder. And instead of drawing at the bottom, go to your files of type and click on Drawing Template. You should see your OH template in that list of options. So select the OH template and click Open. So now this is set as our template drawing, and we want to save it as a new drawing. So back to the File menu, click Save As. And instead of saving it as a template this time, we're going to go back to our drawing type and select a place where you're working on your computer. So mine's in Cuyamaca OH 200 and 201. You should have your own file set up. And we're going to call this OH200. OH200. Week 8. We'll call it week 8. Okay, there we go. And then this is going to be our site plan that we'll work with. I'll update my relative paths. And we have this drawing file to start with. So to get the new drawing in, we can leave the old drawing right here, and that will allow us to use some of these objects quickly and match to our new objects. The first thing you want to do is create a layer that will be your image file. So we're bringing in an image file, and we want to have it on its own layer so we can turn it on and off. So if we don't want to see it, we don't have to. So layer properties. There we go. Create a new, and let's call it L images. And hit enter. That should be the current one to work with. And then you can close the layer properties. So we have L images that we'll be starting with. From there, you want to move from the Home tab to the Insert tab. And go to the PDF import and click on PDF import. Now you should have downloaded these two imports from Canvas and put them in a location that you can use. Mine look like they're probably in downloads, so that's also sometimes where your files will show up. Right, so they were KS Site Plan and KS Enlargement. So let's work with KS Site Plan and click Open. And we have this menu to start with. And it looks like it's going to come in at 8 by 11 with a PDF scale of 1/16 of an inch. And let's see if that works. Yes. So as far as the checks that you see, go ahead and leave them at the default. And your drawing came in. And it looks like it's pretty close to the scale that it should be because it's at a house scale. It could come in as a very teeny tiny object, the actual size of a piece of paper. So that is something that can happen when you're doing this. Let's zoom into this object, and what we can do is look at the other file that I gave you, which is this one, where it shows you the dimensions. And we know that the driveway is going to be 20 feet wide, and this overhang is 7 feet. So let's go into AutoCAD and see if that is how large they are. To do that, go back to your Home menu, and you can type in the command DI for distance, or under the measure icon, there's a distance option. If your snaps are on, this will be a little bit more helpful because you want to figure the distance from side to side. And it looks like it's 19 feet 11 and 15/16 inches. You can see this at the bottom right here. And that is close enough to make this work. Let's try again. Here to there. So using the distance command, you can measure these different items and see if they are the right size. And it looks like they did come in to the correct size. Did yours also? Did you try?
Yeah, mostly the door.
Okay. All right. So that's good for us to work with. Good enough for us to work with. So now we have our base, and it came in as a PDF, which is really helpful. Hit enter to stop. Or escape to stop the command of distance. Now let's figure out what layers each of these items came in on so we can put them on a correct layer and organize them for the future. You can use the command li for list and select the object. So li, enter, and select the object, and hit enter. And what we have is these all came in as PDF geometry. And we're going to want to put them on layers that are useful to what we are doing. So what I see here is text. Concrete is the light blue color. The building would be our building. We have a property line, and that's probably going to need to change to a line that has property line dashes to it, which is a long dash, 2 short dashes, and then another long dash. We have some overhangs right here, and those are yellow, and they would also be dashed because they're over our head. Our existing trees, we want to have those on their own tree layer so they can be turned on and off as needed. Text is the same, and so would be these revision cloud planting areas.
They came